Now we're going to actually add some titles to the columns. So we're going to go back into the slide master. So we chose view and then slide master, view master, slide master. We're going to choose this top slide up here at the top. That's the one that we use. Now what I'd like to do is go to insert, and we're going to actually insert a text box. And we're going to put one up here in the top left column up here. And I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit here. We can get a little bit closer so you can see it better. And we're just going to draw the text box where it's going to fit perfectly inside of this blue area. Now that we do that, we can actually go up here to the Home tab and make sure that we have, of course, make sure it's a sans serif text like this Calibri, and make this a size 48. And of course, we're going to center align it here in just a minute. And also, we're going to make it white. So we've center aligned it, and in this case, kind of jump the gun, need to go back up here, and we're going to highlight this and go back up here and change this to white. And then we're just going to duplicate this one for the rest of these, so we're all set to go now that we have this one. But we're going to select both the blue box there, the blue rectangle, and also we're going to select the actual, well, we're going to select the font here and make the font all caps, or small caps, not all caps, small caps, just to add some style to it. Now we're going to hold down Shift or the Command on Apple, or Control on Windows. And we're going to actually align these middle and align center. So we selected the blue rectangle and the text box. We held down Shift or Control or Command. And we're going to align center and align middle. So now it's perfectly fit dead center in that blue rectangle. Now we're going to hold down Option on Apple and Shift and drag that down and put a new one there. That just duplicated it is what that did. Again, you could hold down on Windows and do the same thing. Hold down Alt or Control on Windows and duplicate. And we held down Shift to keep it in the same plane. Now again, we selected both of these. We again selected both the blue rectangle and the text box, and we've got them dead middle aligned and center aligned, and we're just going to change the wording here because actually this is where the purpose and the objectives for the study goes. Now we're going to use the same one once again. We're going to change this to literature. We've got to get the T in there. And then we're going to duplicate this text box once again. So we're going to go here and grab this one, hold down again, Option on Apple and Shift, it keeps it in the same plane. Shift keeps it in the same plane, Option duplicates it when we drag it. And change the wording on this actually to Methods. And then we're going to select again the box to make sure that it's dead centered and dead aligned. Everything is set to go there. So we selected both of those again, and we go back here and say Align Center. And then Align Middle just to make sure that everything is set. Now we can start duplicating these and pulling them over to the right. So we're going to do that. Now here, I accidentally grabbed both of those. So we're going to undo this here in just a second and see how I actually grabbed the rectangle too. So I just did an undo with Command Z. This time I'll make sure that I have the right, just the text box. I held down Shift and Option. This time when I drug it to the right, Shift, it kept it on the same plane. So it kept it on the plane horizontally, whereas the other times it was vertically on the same plane. Now we're just going to get this in here, and we're going to once again select both of those, the rectangle and the text box, and again tell it to align middle and to align center. And now that we have that pattern down, of course we're going to change the wording here on this. This is references here. And then we're going to go back over here, and we're going to take this objectives box here and just get to the text box, hold down Control or hold down Option on an Apple and Shift. And we're going to change this one here. And this one here's our recommendation. So we're going to go back in here and rename that recommendations. So we've got it all aligned perfectly. And we can rename that. We'll rename that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and take this literature review box, and we're going to duplicate it. And we're just going to grab the side handles and pull over until it snaps to on that rectangle. On the left, the same deal. Once it snaps to, now we can change the wording on this. We know that this has actually already been aligned middle. It's already aligned center because of the way that we just took it and we expanded the text box. So we'll just rename this here Findings. And now one more time, we'll go ahead and change this here while we're at it. Let's go ahead and get this changed to recommendations. And we have one more, and then we're going to be finished. We're going to go back up here to literature review and grab that box since it's the perfect size. And we're going to take it and hold down once again on Apple, Option and Shift. Shift keeps it on the same plane horizontally. Option duplicates it when you drag it. We're going to make sure we have it nice and tight right in there to the blue rectangle. And we're just going to change this right here, and that's actually going to be the conclusions. And again, we know that that's align middle and align center. And there we're finished. We can actually get out of the Slide Master. You won't need to change those anytime in the future anyway. So we're set to go with this. Good luck.